Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another top 5 video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing my top 5 favorite pieces from Supreme's Spring Summer 2023 collection. Well, you heard it here, folks. Well, at least you heard it in the intro, I suppose. Today, I'm going to be covering my top 5 favorite pieces from Supreme's Spring Summer 23 season, as the season is now over, and I've got to do this video talking about the highlights, at least that I saw from the season before the next season starts, because the fall winter 23 season will be starting soon, and I've got to cover Supreme's Spring Summer 23, Palace's Summer 23, all before those new seasons come out. So I'm trying to get on top of it. How do I feel about Supreme's Spring Summer 23? I suppose I feel the same way as I do compared to every other Supreme season. There's some hits, a lot of misses. There's definitely some pieces in a Supreme season for everyone, but I would never say like a Supreme season in its entirety is going to be better than like a designer brand or a brand that has like a set focus or idea for a specific season, like a collection and whatnot. So I hope that kind of answers the question about how I feel about it. There's some cool pieces. A lot of it is junk. It's never going to be as good as a designer brand that has a select collection idea for a season, but there's always some fun here that can be had in a Supreme season, I guess. And I'm not opposed to picking up Supreme or think Supreme is dead and everything like that. Well, that everyone else feels, you know, because everyone's kind of moved away from the brand now that the hype is gone. I still legitimately think there's some fun pieces every season that I'd love to own and love to wear. And obviously I still have all my Supreme pieces that I picked up over the years and still wear a lot of them quite frequently. So yeah, no negative feelings towards Supreme really. I would love to pick up more of their pieces in the future, and I've definitely got my eye on a bunch of pieces moving forward. But yeah, I'm keen to talk about my top 5 favorite pieces from the Spring Summer 23 season. Now that it is over, we had 19 weekly releases of pieces from the season. Definitely some highs and lows. I felt like the first 10 weeks was more of a hit and the last 9 were a bit of a miss, but maybe you'll agree to disagree with that one. But yeah, the 5 pieces that I talk about, I'll be talking about why I like them, how I'd rock them, just anything positive I really have to say about the pieces. We'll dive right in. Let's start by talking about my 5th favorite piece from this Spring Summer 23 season. For piece number 5, guys, we have a piece that is very, very me, and I'll dive into it. So, like as I was talking about in the intro section there, the pieces that still really speak to me in Supreme, I guess a majority of the time, are just really wacky, crazy outerwear. I just think it's so much fun when Supreme does stuff like this, because there's not too many other brands that I would know that would do something like this, and I just love it. Like, I could think of the absolute joy that I would have rocking a piece like that, just because it's so out there and so fun. It doesn't match any of my aesthetics, I suppose, that I want to have moving forward, like a very Japanese Americana or Americana look, or anything like that, but it's just so much fun. Like, how could I say no? Like, I would just love to pick that up and wear it all the time. What we have at piece number 5 is the Croc Faux Fur Overcoat. It released in week 2 of the Spring Summer 23 season, quite obviously. The community mostly downvoted it, but I upvoted it. I thought it was quite a nice piece. You can go back and watch the drop list video where I obviously upvoted that. But yeah, it has a faux fur exterior with Gore-Tex materials. It has a viscose lining, button front closure as you'd expect, and welt hand pockets at lower front and interior chest pockets. Vent at the back seam, which we'll go through all the details. What I love about it, it's got a croc texture to it. It's not done in leather, it's done in faux fur. It's just a lot of fun. I like the colors to it. The interior looks really nice. It looks like a really fun piece. I feel like I would have a lot of fun wearing it, owning it. It's such a statement piece. It's very loud with its textures and everything like that, but like, that's what drew me to it. It just being loud and a lot of fun. As I said, I could definitely see myself having a fun time wearing it, so I definitely had to mention it and have to highlight it. It's one of my favorite pieces this season, and I had to mention it as piece number 5. For piece number 4, I'm going to go the Supreme Kuji Trucker Jacket. This released in week 11, had a majority upvote, not too many downvotes. It's a Kuji knit cotton and suede jacket with a jacquard logo on the back, viscose lining on the interior, button closure of course, and yeah, I thought it was really cool. And to dive into it, like the black on black color, awesome. I like it. It's muted, it keeps it toned down, but you still got the Kuji design all over it, and I really like that. It still speaks to me as a very Kuji piece. I like the suede detailing around the collar there, but I also really like the colored one. It does have more of a Kuji feel to it with its color palette. I do really like just the brown suede on the collar. The lining would be really comfortable. I would wear both. I would probably get the black on black first just because the versatility. Like, you know, I could wear this all the time. The Supreme logo on the back, it's not a huge deterrent because of the way it's done. It's still black on black here, and then with the colored one, it's blue, but it still ties in quite nicely. Like, I think it's done quite well. Would it have been better without the logo? I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's always a yes with that question. But yeah, it just looks comfy. Love the design of it. I don't own any Kuji pieces in my wardrobe. This would be an awesome first one. And if I can't pick it up, well, Capital's just going to do a remake of a Kuji sweater every 6 months, so I'll pick up that. But that's all right. You know, they're probably around the same price in all honesty. Yeah, it's a fantastic piece. I love it in both colors. Wish I could own both, but who knows? Maybe one day in the future I'll own both. We'll have to see. I had to mention this awesome piece though as piece number 4. Piece number 3, this one, well, I'll get into it. So it's the mesh stripe short sleeve shirt. Came out in week 16 of the season. It's poly with embroidered logo on single chest pocket. So there's a single chest pocket with an embroidered, I assume, Supreme logo on it. What was my beef that I was about to start up with? The material. I kind of wish we went with, you know, something a little bit more exciting. I know from the design it would be quite difficult to do it in a material like, you know, rayon or silk or something like that, but I don't know how I feel about poly. Anyway, it comes in 4 colors. I love 3 out of 4 of them. The 4th one is a hard sell for me, and you can probably guess which one's the hard sell for me. Yeah, it's going to be the multicolored one. Like, the colors are just a bit ugly. It's just a bit ugh. And yeah, it's just going to be a no for me with that colored one. But you give me like the black one, the green one, the white one. It looks quite nice. I could see this, you know, tank top, this over the top, nice pants, summer sorted, you know, like all 3 of those. Easy done. Would look very nice. Could wear it, like, it could easily transition straight into my wardrobe and work so like effortlessly. There is the little embroidered Supreme logo on the pocket there if anyone was interested. There it is in the green, the black, and the white there. It's a very nice shirt. I was quite happy with it when Supreme dropped it. It was actually more downvoted than upvoted from that week, but like in all reality, who cares what the Supreme community says, man? As long as you like rocking it, that's all that matters. Who cares what I say? As long as you guys like rocking the pieces, that's all that matters. You could really like the multicolored one, but I could be just dunking on it right now. So yeah, it's all up to personal taste. I just think these are quite nice. I just hope that because the material choice, that this design choice of having like the mesh fabric and texture to it, it's not going to feel and look really cheap and ugly when you actually buy it. From what I've seen from the photos, it looks quite nice, but photos and in person are 2 different things. So if I do eventually pick it up, of course I'm going to do an unboxing video, and of course we're going to be asking those questions. But yeah, I like those 3 colors. Very solid piece. Could easily see myself wearing it in the spring summertime, and I had to mention it as piece number 3. Now this one, piece number 2. I think I vaguely remember my reaction in the week 8 drop list video was just very, very positive. What we have is the patchwork short sleeve shirt. All cotton with a patchwork design, embroidered logo on the single chest pocket. much like the previous shirt. It only comes in 2 colors. It comes in this funky, all over colored one with the little frilly bits at each of the squares. I love it. I love it. I want it. It's so much fun. It kind of reminds me of that children's book where the elephant was made out of a bunch of different fabrics, but I've forgotten the name of the children's book, mainly because I haven't read it in over like 15 years. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I just really like the design, the use of like the frilly bits at the bottom of each of the colored squares. It works so well into the design. I love it. I also love the black on black one because it's super versatile. I could easily wear this. I just bought a bunch of hats, wide brimmed hats that this would work with. Like, it would just work so effortlessly in my wardrobe, and I really like its unique look. I haven't seen another brand do this kind of thing before where they have a patchwork of the material and then at the bottom it's frilly and frayed. Like, it just looks really nice. I like it. Yeah, just looks like an awesome piece. I'd love it in an extra large or a double extra large, whatever's, you know, available. I want it in both colors. It's interesting that it's more expensive than the poly shirt previously, but I could maybe understand with the design and everything like that, that's the reason it costs more. But I do really like these shirts. They're fantastic. Would love to wear them. Huge fan of button-up shirts these days, and I would definitely wear this in the spring summertime. I love both colors. Had to give it spot number 2. Very typical of me to give my favorite piece of the whole season to a piece that is the least appropriate for the season, the spring summer season. But like, I just thought this was sweet. This is just such a nice piece. Love the silhouette. Like, I can't complain about it at all. What we have is the Supreme Shot Leather Racer Jacket. So this came out in week 5. It's made out of cowhide leather with satin lining and full zip closure, double welt zip pockets at the lower front chest side with an interior chest pockets as well, embossed logo at the chest pocket, so just there you can see it there, and it's made exclusively for Supreme. Now, I don't know if this silhouette is used exclusively for Supreme, but like, Shot would definitely make it just for Supreme to release on their online store. But what I love about it, the cut, the material, the colors, it's just fantastic. I love this really short look to it. It's a racer jacket. I love racer jackets these days. The colors are simple. I'm not against this silver one. I do think the silver one's cool. I personally don't think I'd wear that one as much. I would definitely be more keen on the black. This black leather one, ooh, crazy. Like, I had to give my brother my double riders jacket recently because it's gotten a bit small on me. It was a large, in all honesty. Like, I am definitely like a native extra large, so I'm definitely playing it risky when I have a large, and that was a vintage one that my dad owned, so I gave it to my brother. I need like a black leather jacket now. This one really speaks to me. Do I want to pay $800 for it? Not at all. But I can understand why it is that much. And yeah, I just thought, like, love seeing this silhouette. I don't see a lot of brands want to touch racing jackets these days. There's the DeBossed box logo there. Look at the cowhide leather. It's just a really nice piece. I really like it. I would wear it all the time. It's super versatile. It would fit so well in heaps of my outfits. It's a very stylish piece. I can't fault it. Like, I can't think of any reason to be like, it sucks, this is bad about it. Like, it's perfect for me, and I would love it in the bigger sizes for sure. But I'm sure they made this in a very small quantity, as they normally do. But yeah, it's just such an awesome piece. I constantly keep going back over the same topics of like, it would work so well in my wardrobe, but I could see myself wearing this out and about with mates. Like, I see it there, man. Love it. I love a lot of the Supreme Shot stuff. Would love to pick it up, but it's very hard to find, like, further down the line, and very hard to find at a reasonable price. If you do find it in your size, it's like a couple thousands of dollars later. Like, it's just so expensive. Unfortunately, would love to own it, but I had to mention this as piece number one. I could just see myself very much wearing it. I'm sure my friends would very much say the same. Yeah, maybe you guys weren't feeling it as much, but this one really spoke to me. It was kind of 50-50 on the votes, but with an overall positive vote in the end. Yeah, just a really nice piece. But yeah, that is it, guys. That is my top 5 favorite pieces from the spring-summer 2023 season. Some button-up shirts, some outerwear, all fun. Would love to own all 5 of the pieces. Definitely the outerwear I would love to own. The button-up shirts, I've got a lot of button-up shirts at the moment, but I could definitely have those in my wardrobe and it would work really well. Yeah, just awesome pieces right there. I'd love to hear how you guys feel about any of the pieces that I mentioned in this video. Maybe you really like them as well. Maybe you have a completely different list. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of the pieces that I mentioned down in that comment section below. That's them all covered, guys. I covered what I liked about the 5 pieces, where I placed them, and why I liked them. Now I'd love to hear from you. Now that we've covered my top 5 favorite pieces from Supreme's Spring-Summer 23 season, I want to have a chat with you in the comment section below about what your top 5 favorite pieces were from the Spring-Summer 23 season. I think we're all going to have different opinions. It's all going to be quite aesthetic based, and like every Supreme season, there's going to be pieces for somebody. The rest is not going to appeal to you, but there's always something there for everyone, you know? And these were my pieces that were for me, but I feel like you guys would have very different opinions on what you liked in that season. And I'd love to have a chat with you about it. Let me know what your top 5 favorite pieces are from that season down in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to cover the upcoming Supreme season, the Fall/Winter 23 season, you gotta let me know. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I can't read your mind. You gotta let me know by giving me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and the best indicator of them all, if you haven't already, a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in previous uploads, we're trying to hit the new subscriber milestone of 3,660 subs before the end of the month. Hopefully, with your guys' continuous support, we can reach 3,660 before the end of July. That's everything I got to say about my top 5 favorite pieces from the Spring-Summer 23 season, guys. Hopefully, over the years, I'll be able to pick them up and we'll be able to unbox them on the channel and chat about them. I look forward to things like that. So hopefully, yeah, in the future, I can pick up all these pieces that I mentioned and we can have a fun time with that. We'll just have to see. It'd be very fun to own like piece number 1 or piece number 5. The button-up shirts, I could do without, but they would be fun to have in my spring-summer wardrobe as well. It would just be awesome to own them. But yeah, that's everything I really got to say about these pieces, guys. So until the next Streetwear Talk video, until the next top 5 video, until the next Supreme New York video in general, I'll catch you later.